Slapfight MD. This is a Toaplan game, the original is anyway, one of their earlier ones, and the port for the Mega Drive that came out years later had this brand new mode that the company that did the port, I can't remember their name right now, but they added this in, and so that's what this is going to be a discussion of. The original Slapfight is not going to be discussed here. Some other time I'll try that one. The mechanics are very similar. Everything else I think is new. There's Yuzo Koshiro music that I was just dancing to there, and there's bomb, differences in the way bombs work, which I'll get into, and the look of the game is different. It's a very good console shooter, I would say. It's not too difficult. This is normal mode. The 1cc for me didn't take all that long, but it's a nice challenge. It's fast. It's, there's not a ton of dead air at all. It's keeps you on your toes, and I really enjoyed it. So you can see there's a Gradius style power-up bar on the right, and that's going to be how you upgrade your ship. I'll get into the different powers as I charge them, but the stars are what advance the charge bar one down, and I'm first going all the way to shield, because who doesn't love being able to take 3 hits before you die? And it's especially useful in this game because one of the other main power-ups, Wing, lets you expand the size and power at the same time of your ship, such that you can basically just dominate the first part of the game. I mean, it becomes ridiculous. Like, this part is a little tough. Of course, I do have a shield still, but my ship isn't powered up yet, so you're saying I have to actually dodge. But soon it will be that, I'll get a few wings, and I'll get the homing weapon, and it'll just kind of be a cakewalk for a good portion of the game. Which I know I did say that there wasn't dead air. It's not entirely true. If you play your cards right and you power yourself up, there can be times where you're just kind of sitting in the screen waiting for stuff to die. In this particular kind of game where you're like, that's a reward for strategizing well and powering up well and stuff, I don't mind it as much. It's worse when it's just kind of the design of the game, period. But when it's like, you understand kind of how the mechanics work and how to take advantage of it, and it kind of rewards you for that, then I'm cool with it. So as you can see, I've got all of my wings, and then I just got the homing weapon, and the way my shield is flashing, I think I still have at least 2 hits, if not 3. And so this is what I'm talking about. With more wings, you get more power, and so the homing missiles are at their most powerful right now, and they're just going to, heat seek on anything. And I'll just and I got a little helper there too. I think those little helpers are random. I have no real clue what triggers them. They just kind of come up from the bottom of the screen, and you grab them, and they'll just they'll help you out for a little while, and then they go away. But yeah, this first part of the game is not too difficult. It's going to be rendered a little bit trivial by my the way that I built myself up here. So I'll just let the music run, the very, very excellent Yuzo Koshiro music, and if I see anything of note, I'll mention it. I love this design. Look at that. If you just sit in the middle of the screen at this size, the cool part of this game is you can just be essentially an arkanoid paddle, and you can still dodge bullets. Like, the game is very well thought out in that way, I feel like. I managed to get pretty far. Oh, I don't know if that one hit me. Maybe it did. That one definitely did. So now actually my shield is gone, and I need to Need to grab it back again, hopefully before I lose my wings. Woo! Okay, so if a bullet hits your wings, you will set off an autobomb. If a bullet hits your ship, the middle of you at any time, you die. That confused me for a little while because I thought the wings would just kind of act as an extra shield. That's not the case. They can get hit and set off an autobomb. But if your middle gets hit any time, even if you're fully winged up, you die. See, so now I'm having to dodge again. That's kind of what I like. I like being able to get that kind of that period of almost invincibility with my powered up ship, like I have again here. But then, if you get into a dicey situation, you happen to lose it, all of a sudden you're back to dodging and the game is back to being crazy. So I dig that design quite a bit. Yeah, let's see what else. I forgot what I was saying before I lost my wings. Oh, I was talking about bombs. So yeah, if your wings get hit, they act as auto bombs, and then when they're gone, that is to say, when you have just the ship that you started with, you have the ability to trigger one more manual bomb and go down to like a pea shooter essentially, and build back up from there. Side shot is another power-up that you can get that is actually pretty important for clearing the screen. With the way the game is designed, you can see those little crescents like shooting out from the sides of the ship. And then one of the unfortunate things about this game is that the bomb kind of weapon and the laser weapon I find kind of useless. The bomb I find completely useless. I don't understand its use. Maybe I haven't played enough, but the laser does do a ton of damage to bosses, but it's so slow, and it's so terrible for screen control during the stages that I just tend not to bother with it, because it's not impossible or even that hard to deal with the bosses without the laser, with just the homing weapon or the regular shot. So it's like when there are only 3 weapons, or rather 4 weapons in the game, 2 of them being utterly useless is kind of a bummer. But it's okay. The game is still really fun. It just doesn't need those. It just doesn't need those weapons, in my opinion. This part of this stage is tough because these things, if you don't have the homing laser, they'll fill up the screen pretty fast, start shooting you from behind, like little roller coasters that come down on these tracks. But with the homing weapon, you just sit here and you clear them out, no problem. I should also mention that the game is kind of one whole stage. There's no end or beginning to any of the quote-unquote stages. You can see that area notation in the sidebar there. There are 85 areas, or kind of like portions of the stage. So yeah, we're a decent way through the game already. Bombed all the way back down to my regular ship, so I'll have to build myself back up again. Some of this music, it's not this song obviously, but I have the volume low for my recording, so it's like I'm just going to talk about it lest I miss it. But one of these songs sounds like Bloody Tears from Castlevania, like eerily so. I think that's the right name of the song that I'm thinking of. If I hear it, even though I have the volume low, I'll point it out. But is this it? I think this is it. So yeah, listen to this track if you know that song. It's it's a very famous Castlevania track in a bunch of the games, and tell me this doesn't sound like it. This might not be it, actually. I'm unsure. I cannot hear it very well. Oh, you shoot that little Space Invader for a bunch of points. There's some random scoring stuff in this. And I should also mention that the game loops infinitely, so I think. So, you know, you can counter stop it, I think, if you get good enough. Ooh. Just had to bomb away my wings there. Got too dicey. This is the end game. This is the tough part. Actually got to dodge. Nope. Okay, so checkpoint system, by the way. I racked up 5 lives. So this will be attempting to get my speed ups back and get through this underpowered, this last part of the game. Not an easy feat. I like that swirl bomb effect where the pieces of your ship kind of fly around and damage things. These things are tough. They'll follow you around and then they'll shoot that green beam, and you just kind of have to be moving up or down, or else it'll get you. There we go. Phew. Okay. Kind of have my system for this whole thing because I had to practice this a lot. Or not a lot, but I did have to practice this part entirely underpowered because it's just so common to die where I died. There we go. Ooh, that was lucky. Nope, didn't make it that time. So you'll get to see this a couple times, maybe 3. Don't remember how many lives I ended with, so maybe like 3 or 4 times. See, the bombs don't give you iframes in your center either, so even though I let one off there in a panic, no dice. Ooh, and that was just a very unfortunate death. Just stupid. Is this the one? See, the problem is here, I'm really slow. I'm used to playing the entire rest of the game at a pretty high speed. I get like 4 or 5 speed ups, and now I have 1, maybe 2, and you just kind of crawl. Okay, there we go. I used the bomb down to a pea shooter. Didn't give myself more speed there, but it's for a reason. It's because I need to get my wing back for another bomb use for the boss. So here we go with the final boss. Just a big, classic kind of a base. Yeah. I think I get it here. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was in the zone too, damn. Alright, last one's the charm. Okay, I got 2 stars there and saved them to get my wing faster. Kill all the guys on the side and then kind of dodge the bullets from the left. These guys you can redirect up and down, no problem. Back at the boss. So each little node of the base that you kill does give you a star. So I'm going to try and real quick go in for 1 more star to get my wing back. Oh, shoot, what am I doing? Going for shield? I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I missed it. I think I straight up missed it. Okay, then I gave myself the shield. That was pretty lucky. I can't imagine I intended to do that. I think I collected 1 star too many because I had to focus on dodging, and then I just I had to go all the way up to the shield to survive this and manage to do it. So there you go. Slap Fight MD. It's a cool little game. Short, obviously. A quality I love in a good shooter, especially a console shooter. And challenging. I mean, you'd have a rough go of it if you were to continue through a few loops of this. I'm not interested in doing that at the moment, but I did have fun clearing the first one, for sure. It's a nice little, just bite-sized challenge. And I am actually, it is rolling credits, but I am playing the second loop here now. And I don't think I get too far, but we'll see. Still have my shield. Got my ship back to full. The look of the game, I mean, I guess they're trying to go for like they're trying to play off the 80s kind of classic look of the original Slap Fight. And I can appreciate that, but at the same time, I think the look of this game is a minus. Like, it doesn't look particularly cool. I do love the ship design. That is neat. But I don't like, I mean, the stages, they're fine. It's just like you're shooting these like balls and everything is just industrial grids, and that just strikes me as kind of generic and not that interesting. There we go. Oh, I got two more. Oh, shoot. I was getting extends. I didn't even notice. Got a couple more lives here. So yeah, that's a negative, I would say. The sound is really good. The music is really good, but the look of it isn't super exciting. Pretty big hitbox in this too. In line with the kind of classic shooter design. Well, didn't perform so admirably in the second loop, but I wasn't really attempting to. I hadn't practiced it at all. Was just really going for the one-all. So yeah, Slap Fight MD. Recommend it. Thanks, y'all.